Hey, it's Chris here today from Huckabones Equipment. Today we got something a little bit different than what we normally do. First, we're going to start with the pretty basic stuff and do an overview of an M6S-111 and talking about the baler, the BV5160. And then we're actually going to take it right out to the field and try it out. We're going to take this unit and try it out on some fresh straw as well as some sorghum. So stay with us. First, we're going to do that overview and then jump right to the field. Okay, so I have my helper here, Rhodes. He's going to help me talk about the M6S-111. So the M6S is the economy tractor from Kubota at 111 horsepower. Got about 95 on the PTO. This suits a lot of needs as it's like I said, it's an economy tractor. So fits in between the M5 and the M6 Deluxe. So the M6 Deluxe, has like the 141 and so forth right down. It's full power shift, whereas this has complete gear shift. So it has 36 forward and 36 reverse gears on it, so it gives you lots of gears and it doesn't go all that fast. It's still going to top out a little bit less than 40 kilometers. So yeah, this used to be called the M108. It was redesigned about 3 years ago to meet all the emissions needs, as well as they redid the cab. Again, it's still a very boxy cab compared to what you're going to see on the Deluxe tractors, but it serves its purpose. A lot of great air conditioning and heat in there. And out front here, the engine here it's 111 gross engine horsepower, and the PTO is going to be about 95 on that. So very good transfer, a very efficient transfer from the engine to the PTO. Gives you lots of power there. Again, it's going to be a very heavy set tractor. It's a very basic tractor, but very heavy set. So it does come with bigger standard tires than what you're going to see on an M5. A nice bigger, fancier loader out front. So on the M5, you're going to have like an M32, this one takes an M42, whereas the more deluxe M6s take the M5 series, so loaders from Allo. So, tractor, is it a big tractor? Is it an orange tractor? What's your favorite color?
Orange.
Orange? Why is that? Because it's the same color as Kubota? That's great, eh? Who doesn't like Kubotas? Everybody looks good in orange, eh? So talking about the cab itself, it's a very basic cab. Again, it's very square, kind of old school, but it does serve its purpose. It has a great heater, great air conditioning. Your comfort level isn't going to be too great in there. It does have a nice grabber seat, but outside of that, not very spacious. So again, there is no buddy seat available for it. There isn't enough room in there. And everything else after that is what you would call basic. Whether it's the features and everything, it's kind of what you would normally see in a 10 or 15-year-old tractor. It hasn't really been greatly updated that, but that also keeps the cost down, so that's why you do that. It just makes a nice simple tractor, especially if you're just feeding with it or doing basic tillage, so where you don't require all those fancy gizmos and everything. It makes it a nice, basic, easy to run tractor, which is what they're aiming for with it. So yeah, so we'll do some close-up shots you'll see of it. Again, they have that split shift in there as well as a high low to get you up all those gears, give you lots of sections. So if you find that you're going a little bit fast, a little bit slow, it's very simple to get up and down, but not as easy as a power shift, but again, nice and easy to run. Big takeaway on the cab is very basic. Everything's mechanical, very little electronics, which makes it a less expensive tractor overall. So that's what they were aiming for in this, and that's what they accomplished. So when talking about the 3-point hitch on the M6S, again, being a very basic economy tractor, it's very open in and around it. It doesn't have the lift capacity, which you're going to see on the M6 Deluxe, but it serves a purpose. For this size tractor, it is fairly capable for whatever you want to match up size-wise with it for tillage, or in this case, the baler does a great job on it. Again, it's got some standard features. You got your 2 sets of remotes, extendable lift arms. It does come with a 540 PTO. It is an option to get the 1000 if you're looking to go that way with it. So the key takeaways on the 3-point hitch, very basic, not fantastic lift capacities on it, but very standard for that size of tractor. 2 sets of remotes and 540 PTO with an optional 1000. So let's now start talking about this BV5160. Okay, so behind me today is the BV5160 SC14, which means it is a Kubota baler. So Kubota bought Kverland about 5-6 years ago, and with that they got a full hay lineup. So this baler isn't something brand new to the market, just that Kubota designed or something like that. It is actually a Vicon baler. So it has been around for quite a while. It's tried, true, and tested with some updates and some financing power brought on by Kubota. So it's starting to become a very popular baler. You know, this one in particular makes a 4x5 bale. With that, it is variable chambered, so you can make right down to a 3x3 bale if you really felt the need to. And it has the knives with it too. So one thing to talk about on the knives, you can either get them with a 14 or another baler which has the 25. You can get a set of blank knives to make it fully adjustable for however you want. If you want as few as none going, or right up to the 25, or just anywhere in between, you just put the blank set in there with it. So that's a little bit of a spiel about the knives itself. So let's move on talking about the net wrap and the monitor itself. So out front of the baler here, you'll see this is where the net wrap is held. Again, they call it a power bind system. That makes it nice and easy to load and unload those rolls. Again, it just kind of hydraulically lifts down, and then you can slide your roll on, and then there's actually a sticker up above there that lets you easily to catch the next bales and keep on going that way. So, and it does have the capabilities. Over my shoulder here, you'll see the secondary roll, 2 rolls of net wrap right there. So lots there for whenever you're out in the field. You don't have to worry about keeping it. And unlike a lot of the competition, you're not up real high getting that in there. So over time, it's really nice and easy, especially by the end of the day, to be able to load out front and easily done. They have the drop floor in it, hydraulic drop floor. So if you do end up jamming it up, again, from in the tractor, you can lower down that floor and remove or feed in the hay there to remove that blockage. So nice, easy systems. So that makes it a nice baler basically. And then now we'll jump right to the monitor, talking about that and what powers this whole thing. What's powering this baler in particular is what they call the Focus 3. It's been designed for easy operation. It has that color display. Lets you check all the settings and functions easily by what they call soft keys, which are the numbers here on the side, as well as a toggle switch up top to switch between your presets. You know, some of the features you're going to see here up on the screen are your bale diameter adjustment, the current bale diameter. You know, it's going to, whenever you're driving down the field, it's going to have your left-right indicators if you need to go side to side. Net tying selection, some of your cycle times for your net wrap, and then your bale counter obviously is down here. And so you have your complete bale counter, and then your actual what you've done that day, as well as how much net wrap you have available for you. I actually hit the wrong key, so that's why you'll see it saying 0. It needs to be reset there now again. So there is other monitors available. You'll see the ISO match ones. So if you have like an M7 with the ISO bus terminal, again, just gets bigger, a lot more information, but basically tells you the exact same things or what you need to know. One of the nice key things that they have is some presets here. So you see a 10, 30, and 60%. So it's got 3 presets there that you are able to customize 100% how you want. It just makes life nice and easy for you, because again, you just show up to the field no matter what you're doing, as long as it's close to resembling that, but you can customize it or just hit that button and away you go to what you did last time on that current field. So nice, easy system. You know, they thought of a lot of things, and it's nice and easy to scroll through things. So like I said, to move either the button up the side, or if I want to go to another setting here, just to press 1 or 2, and away I go to adjust as needed for whatever settings I want to do. So yeah, nice system, easy to use, and easy to update as needed for whatever current conditions you're in. So we're looking at the 2 bales here. They're right beside one another here. We have the first bale here, came out of the Kloss, the 360 Kloss. Again, the pressure's only at 110 on it. So saying that, you'll see that you're able to put your hand right in and move it around. As you get into the core, it is very solid, a little bit loose overall, but not bad. Whenever we get to the Kubota one here, you'll see we've dialed up the pressures to 150. Whenever you do that, you'll see that my hand doesn't really get in there anymore, and it gets even tighter as we go into the core. One other difference you'll see between the 2 bales, and again, just comes down to the net wrap itself. This one has minimal net wrap on it, and not a long enough roll, so it doesn't hang over the edge. Again, it doesn't affect anything on the actual bale itself, just appearance wise. And you'll see with the Kubota, we have it with a little bit hanging over the edge to really grab it and squeeze it down, so the bale looks that much better in appearance wise. Again, both bales are really good. Again, the Kubota one is 10 years newer, does a little bit tighter of a bale. If we dialed up both pressures, the weight's going to be very comparable. The Kubota may weigh a little bit more, as it can really throw that hay in there. But overall, very solid bales, and nothing really else to talk about that. We're going to go over and show you a quick one on the sorghum that we did up there. Again, we only got a chance to do about 5 or 6 bales, but we'll take a look at them. So we had the chance here to bale half a dozen rolls here of sorghum using the BV5160. It didn't work perfect. It is a demo. You only got a chance to do a little bit here. It could have been a combination of inexperience when dealing with this crop, a little bit more coarse and stocky. than the comparable hay or straw. So again, didn't turn out perfect. The other combination of why we might run into issue is the net wrap itself that came from Kubota is getting near the end of the roll, so it might affect them. Once we did switch over to a new roll, the last bale did spit out nicely, but then the demo was over of the half dozen bales. So, and again, you can see behind me, it is a second cut. It's not that 8-foot tall stuff. It is down a little bit, but nice bale at the end of the day, nice thick and heavy. Again, the pressure was at 150. Did it perform perfect? No, I wouldn't chalk it up to the baler itself. More inexperience on our end of getting all the setups correct until we got into the straw. So hopefully that gives you an idea of what the bales kind of spit out of the baler. So yeah, so that's kind of the end of that. So that brings us to the end of the overview session here, talking about the M6S-111 and the BV5160. So right now we're going to take this unit right out to the field and try it on some straw and some sorghum. So please stick with us for that. But if you did enjoy this video, please like and subscribe. And if you have any comments, please leave them down below. Thank you.